She's been running the world since flip phones were hot. But is Beyoncé the last name we'll ever scream in unison at a sold-out stadium? Or are we just nostalgic for when talent, mystique, and mic control actually meant something?
John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash. Wow, wow. Yo, listening to John Cash. Radio show giving you all that you listening to John Cash. Entertainment's hottest news and latest music. Yo, listening to John Cash. Midday or the evening or early the morning. John Cash. Midday or the evening or early the morning. Yo, listening to John Cash. Let's go, New York. John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash.
Unfiltered, unapologetic, unmissable. This is the John Cash Show podcast, the savage, unfiltered talk show where we dissect sex, scandal, and society with zero filter and maximum pettiness. Some say she's overrated. Some say she is the bar. But what if Beyonce really is the last name that matters? Let's talk about it. Today's episode, we are talking Beyonce and if she is the last true superstar. Plus, one listener drags Beyonce harder than Carrie Hilson's PR. We got to start that over. We got to start that over. Thankfully, that was the beginning. 5, 4, 3. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. She's been running the world since flip phones were hot. But is Beyonce the last name we'll ever scream in unison at a sold-out stadium? Or are we just nostalgic for when talent, mystique, and mic control actually meant something? Unfiltered, unapologetic, unmissable. This is the John Cash Show podcast. The savage, unfiltered talk show where we dissect sex, scandal, and society with zero filter and maximum pettiness. Now, some say she's overrated. Some say she is the bar. But what if Beyonce really is the last name that matters? Let's talk about it. Today's episode, we are talking about Beyonce and if she is the last true superstar. Also, one listener drags Beyonce harder than Carrie Hilson's PR team. We'll get into that a little bit later. Now, let's get into the disclaimer. The views and opinions on this show, mine. The receipts, also mine. If you're easily offended, just know this show isn't your safe space. Listener and viewer discretion is highly, highly advised and mandatory. Now, what defines a true superstar and why this debate is more than just Beehive versus everybody? Sound off in the comments. Okay, now let's get into what is a true superstar. Now, just because your song's viral on TikTok doesn't mean your face is recognized outside of your IG profile pic. I see Wesley. Before he jumps in, he's like nodding his head. Yes. Now, the criteria is global recognition. The name alone is a brand, meaning your grandma knows their name and she don't even own Wi-Fi. Okay? Cultural impact beyond the music, meaning fashion, activism, business, etc. Longevity and reinvention. Talent, meaning vocals, live performance, and production. And control of narrative and mystique. Now, when you compare Beyonce to stars of the past, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince, she ranks up there. And I mean, who's still touring at an elite level, what, like 30 years into their career? Okay.
97, 98, right?
Now, to help break this down, the other voice that you hear is the ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary baddies. It's the man from either Channel 62 or Channel 65, depending on what hot box you had in the back in the day. It's the white Wesley Pipes. So as you were saying, who's touring still at an elite level?
To the left, to the left. Other than Beyonce?
Yeah, other than Beyonce.
I heard 50 just stopped, so I would have
Well,
given it to
50 is
I think
elite, but he's not like, he's a rap superstar, but he's not like a global. I mean, he is a global superstar, but not on that level of Beyonce. Like,
I don't fuck with Beyonce.
oh, wait a minute. That was not me. That was the light Wesley Pipes that said that, Beehive. Now, I mean,
attack me.
Beyonce doesn't drop albums. She drops cultural resets, to be very honest. Meanwhile, your fave is lip syncing to a Spotify playlist at Rolling Loud. I'm just saying. Let me go over the accolades, as you will, would say. Beyonce has sold over 200 million plus records worldwide. 32 Grammys, most awarded singer in Grammy history. In Coachella back in 2018, she was the first Black woman headliner, and the performance was so iconic they renamed it Beachella, and Beachella became a documentary, aka Homecoming, which is was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. Sidebar. I pay all this money for Netflix and I only watch it for Monday Night Raw, to be very honest, and I watch it maybe for an hour and then I'm asleep. Anyway, back to Beyonce. The Renaissance Tour, and not counting the Cowboy Carter Tour, but the Renaissance Tour grossed just a shade under $580 million. It grossed approximately $579 million, which is one of the highest grossing tours ever by a female artist. Now, she also influenced the game by dropping entire visual albums, like self-titled, Lemonade. She didn't drop for Renaissance.
I did like Lemonade.
You know how I feel about Lemonade. Like, I hate that fucking Build Sandcastle song. Yes. I hate that shit. I love Drought, but
everything up until that point.
I hate it. We built Sandcastle. Like, God! But, she changed the game. Also, remember, before she dropped, albums used to be released on Tuesdays. Now they're released on Fridays. That's because she dropped the visual album, the self-titled visual album, on a Friday. I remember it because I used to do online radio back in Flatbush, and I've told this story from time to time. It was The Lion's Den. It was a show called The Lion's Den. It was from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., like Thursday night into Friday morning. We signed off at 11:50, right? Because it was a syndicated show. And I'm on the way home and in the cab, and I get a call from one of my friends. Beyonce's album just dropped. Beyonce just dropped a new album. And I'm like, what?
On a Friday?
I was tight because I was like, we could have played the fucking album on air and track by track and give our commentary on it. I'm always thinking like a producer.
Before, right?
It was literally like right after we signed off air. I wanted to say about 15 minutes later, that's when it dropped. And I was already on the way home. I was like, fuck. But yeah, that's my Beyonce story. And yeah. Also, her fashion partnerships with Ivy Park and Adidas, her film projects, the fact that she doesn't do interviews, but she stays book trending and unbothered. Look around, everybody on mute. Her brand power alone is one name, no last name needed. Remember, she used to go by Beyonce Knowles. Now she just Beyonce. Beyonce. She generates millions with zero traditional promotion, and she doesn't follow trends. She is the trend. Just like this past album, the country album, I wasn't really into it like that. I went to Renaissance, but I didn't go to Cowboy Carter. But I heard it was a good show.
Do you like country?
I don't really necessarily like country, and I think that's why I just kind of tuned out.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
I'm not into like the dance either. Dance music, that house music. I'm not into that. So
you're more into R&B, right?
R&B, hip hop, dance hall, like reggae.
All right.
But I'm not really into like the house music. But I was into Renaissance. I liked that album. I thought that was I thought that was a decent album.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was not a decent. It was like one of the best albums that I've heard.
I don't think I've listened to it from beginning to end.
There's a couple songs that I skip, but mostly I like America Has a Problem, Cuff It, Alien Superstar, Break My Soul. Yeah, those are the songs that I'll repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's transition to next segment, which is why the new era isn't built for superstars. Remember when we used to beg for a new album? Now fans just want a fucking Instagram caption. Now people say that the short form platforms, i.e. IG Reels, TikTok, promote viral moments, but not long-term careers. They say that mystery is dead. Fans want access, not aura, and that the new artists get hot fast, but they fade faster. Also, I was very surprised when I was preparing for this episode to find out that on a daily basis, over 120,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify alone. That's a daily basis. Over 120,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify alone. I mean, I low-key have that amount in my I used to have that in my iPod. But over 120,000 songs.
But that's a collection. That's not just like new songs getting dumped in.
Yeah, so
all the time.
on average you have like over about 600,000 songs daily. Wow, that's mind-blowing. And also, if you notice, the algorithm doesn't reward depth. They only reward catchiness and consistency. And superstar status honestly used to be earned over years. Now it's been microwave and bastardized into months, if you look at it. These new kids get famous for posting a mic check pretty much on TikTok, then disappear faster than Tinashe's album rollout. Sorry, my Aquarius sister, but it is what it is. Like, I want you guys to think, when was the last time a new artist gave you actual goosebumps? Like real actual goosebumps. Not the algorithm. Like, oh, I keep scrolling and I keep hearing the song. You heard the song on the radio, you heard the song on YouTube, or you heard the song on whatever you use to consume music, and you're like, wow, like this is gonna be a artist that's gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
So like just like an unknown artist.
Yeah, when was the last time?
I can't remember. Because now with the streaming platforms, it's all kind of spoon fed to you.
I'm gonna say Rihanna for me.
That you heard
When
like
I heard
Pawn the
the
Replay?
replay, I was like, "Oh, okay, she on to something."
Yeah.
And
I
then
kind
when
of
she kind of stumbled, but then when she came out with Umbrella, that's when I was like, "Oh, okay, she's turned it up a
Superstar.
notch. She's turned it up a notch."
Yeah.
She's. And then when she came out with We Found Love, I said, "Oh, this
Mhm.
is a mega star right now." So, upon the replay, took notice. Actually, SOS, and
Mhm.
then uh, Umbrella. Those are the songs. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, all right." So the Holy Trinity, Beyonce, Sierra, and Riri,
Yeah.
and then Nicki Minaj kind of like worked her way into that Holy Trinity, so to speak.
Mhm.
The Nicki, Riri, and Beyonce Trinity.
The latest art, I wouldn't say necessarily unknown, but like the newer artists that started coming up for the last few years, Big X the Plug.
Okay,
I like him.
okay, all right.
I don't know about superstar status, but I know he's been on some like a big record or two. And then the album cuts that I've heard from him I like. But I don't know about like the last person that just blew me away.
I'm trying to think. I know one thing. We used to get legends. Now we get lyric videos with BBLs. So yeah. This messy moment is sponsored by our patrons, aka y'all filthy legends, keeping the lights on. If you laugh, gasp, or clutch your pearls so far, don't be stingy. Tip your toxic faves, aka me. Join the crew at patreon.com/The John Cash Show podcast. We're listener funded. If you're still here, you owe us a tip just off vibes. Now, go to www.thejohncashshow.com. Want to drag Beyonce, want to defend her like she pays your rent, hit the voicemail at thejohncashshow.com and make it messy. Now, let's go back into the show. You like that little segue? I'm liking the little call to actions. This taping. Is the last true superstar argument flawed? Now, you know, every generation thinks their legends were the last, but what if we would just don't recognize greatness until it's a Netflix doc?
Mm.
I mean, let's look at some rising contenders, shall we? Taylor Swift. I mean, her Eras tour just finished, and it's supposedly it made like $2 billion.
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Okay. And this question I pose to you is Taylor Swift a superstar, or is she just Spotify's favorite Karen?
I'd say the latter in a
Okay.
way.
Okay. Also, for you guys watching the John Cash Show universe, is Taylor Swift a superstar, or is she just Spotify's favorite Karen?
She's like the it girl.
Is she?
I think she's kind of like the topic of conversation when it comes to going to the concert and being a Swiftie, and the music is okay. I think
Maybe the Swiftie.
I think it's okay pop music, but it's nothing that I've never heard before.
Okay, what about Drake?
Drake got a big hit.
I mean, he's consistent with the charts. And he does have a cultural impact.
Pre Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see it post Kendrick. It's gonna be Drake AK. Drake after Kendrick. We have to come back
So
to that.
BK and AK.
BK
BK
and AK.
before Kendrick and after Kendrick. Okay,
Before Kendrick, I think it's undeniable that he's just had success left and right.
Okay.
But we'll see how his career goes after.
What about Billie Eilish and SZA? They have cult followings.
Mm-hmm.
They cross genres, and they also are like innovative visually with their music videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like SZA. I like Billie Eilish. Are we asking if they're superstars?
Mm-hmm.
I'd lean more towards them being like authentic superstars.
Okay. Maybe the superstar has evolved. Maybe the definition has evolved and not like completely vanished. But maybe Beyonce is the last of one type, but
That
not the
era.
last period.
She was from a different era. She was from the era of superstars. And I think she's just been consistent.
Because you have a great point, because you have someone who, like, let me think, Ice Spice.
Mm-hmm.
She rode viral waves as opposed to building a legacy. Now you don't even see her.
Yeah.
Like before, she gra, I crack it in the jelly, ha, kya, deli, yeah, gra, yeah, crack my back, cry. Like what?
My point exactly. Taylor Swift couldn't even save her.
I mean, but they were trying to hype her up as someone that was, and I mean, she had a moment back in 2023.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, but she had a moment, but she's not like really relevant. I mean, she parlayed it into the Barbie world.
The content wasn't good enough.
Well,
the content itself wasn't good enough. Like, at least you could argue Taylor Swift has good songs. Beyonce has good songs. They have legendary songs. Ice Spice was talking about farting and whatnot.
Not farting.
Or like shitting or whatever she was doing.
You think you the shit, bitch. You're not even a fart.
Yeah.
All right.
It's that microwave rap.
So, yes, let's get back to Beyonce. Let's get to the Savage wrap up and fan call out. Now, from Survivor to Renaissance, B's been on your playlist longer than some of y'all been paying rent. Okay, is Beyonce? This is the final take. Is Beyonce the final boss of the superstar game, or just the best of a breed we haven't fully said goodbye to yet? Now, here's my prompt to you guys. Name one artist you think deserves to take Beyonce's spot, and no, your local YouTube babe doesn't count. Tell me who deserves the crown if you dare. We'll feature the best and worst on the next episode. Now, in this week's Trigger Me This, where I pick one wild listener submitted answer. One brave listener submitted this answer, but for their safety, I'm going to read it anonymously. We're just going to call this commenter Beyonce's bitter cousin from Houston. And Wesley Pipes, I want you to hold your loins, as you said, hold your loins. Because this is hot. This is hot. Now, this is what Beyonce's bitter cousin from Houston said about Beyonce. Beyonce is highly overrated. I'm tired of her. She does the same damn thing every concert, but switches it up in order. She either brings out Jay-Z or Destiny's Child. I'm tired of her damn weave. I'm tired of her ass, period. Singing Crazy in Love a million different ways doesn't make you a superstar. Hashtag justice for A. Marie. Hashtag justice for Ashanti.
Shots fired.
Now, that was not me, Beehive. That was Beyonce's bitter cousin from Houston who sent that to me on IG when I post the question, is Beyonce the last true superstar? Now, on a scale of 1 to blocked by the Beehive, how out of pocket was that, Wesley?
I'm kind of in agreement.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. That was Wesley Pipes who said that. That was not John Cash.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, that's how you feeling. All right. So I guess there's 2.
But I respect Beyonce.
All right. Sure, you're right. Beyonce built an empire, not a moment. That's the difference, in my opinion. Now, on to petty proverbs. Stay away from negative people, because more than likely their bank accounts and their energy are in the red. Protect your peace. Protect your pocket. You're still here. You're messy like me. Don't fake it. www.thejohncastshow.com. Tip the host. Leave a voicemail. Get messy. Also, stay tuned because the John Cash Show podcast season premiere episode will air on September 7th, 2025. This also happens to be episode 150. Once again, episode 150. I ain't hearing no claps. All right, much better. Season 5, we will have contests, giveaways, and more coming up on the John Cash Show podcast. So we'll see and speak to you then on September the 7th, bitches.
Yo, listen to John Cash.